Good morning, and thank you for attending Police Headquarters. My name is Constable Carolyn DeClute, and I'm here today to introduce Deputy Chief of Police James Raymer and Inspector Steve Watts of the Drug Squad. They will be providing an update on the latest homicides and Project Moses.
Thanks, Carolyn. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here. I just wanted to provide an update on a couple of investigations that we have ongoing in addition to Project Moses. First, in relation to Homicide 6, which occurred on Friday, February 8th, where police responded to a shooting in the area of 366 Queen Street East. A man was located with gunshot wounds and he died at the scene. He's been identified as Janoy Christian, 24 years old, and his photo is now being released. And so we're still, police are looking for a man in his mid-30s, black with a medium build, who was seen running from the scene. So any assistance the public could provide, we'd be eager to hear from them. With respect to homicide number 7, which occurred on Tuesday, February 12th, again, police responded to gunshots in the area of 4110 Lawrence Avenue East. A man was located with gunshot wounds, and he died of those wounds at the scene. And he was identified as Dean Howlett, 25 years old. It's been previously reported that investigators were able to arrest 2 individuals last week, Naod Sigazab, 22, and Joseph Carlton Bryan, 21. And I just wanted to point out, there's a picture on the screen here as well. During the arrest and the subsequent examination of the accused vehicle, a loaded handgun was seized. Now, with respect to Project Moses, the Toronto Drug Squad and the Ottawa Police Service conducted a joint investigation that was dubbed Project Moses that started in October of 2018. It involved the trafficking of narcotics across the GTA and has resulted in the seizure of numerous firearms, drugs, and a quantity of cash, as you can see before you. It's another example of some very good work and by our police in multiple jurisdictions at the same time, collaborating effectively. I'm going to turn it over to Inspector Steve Watts, who will provide you an update on the investigation.
Good morning, and thank you, Deputy. Just want to reiterate once again, I stand here in front of you representing all the men and women that do very, very high risk and very serious work, so I just want to give them the due credit. And I'm going to speak to Project Moses. This was commenced in October 2018. It was an investigation into an individual and his involvement of trafficking and controlled substances throughout the GTA. This was done in conjunction with the Ottawa Police Service, so I would like to recognize the Ottawa Police Drug Unit for their participation in this project. Throughout this investigation, numerous addresses, including residences, stash locations, and motor vehicles were identified as being under the control of the individuals, specifically 3 different individuals. We have a I'll provide the further details with charges and all the details with that after, but it's a Mr. Vincent Huang, Mr. Nicholas Ortega, and, sorry, let's get my notes here. And this last name is Sue, S-I-U. We'll provide that information for you subsequent to this press conference. During this investigation, there was a number of search warrants conducted. This was conducted on February 14th and February 15th of last week. And I'll just give you some totals of what was seized. You see the display in front of you here. We have one SKS assault rifle on the front, and in conjunction with that, there's another 6 handguns. There was over 1,000 rounds, specifically 1,016 rounds of ammunition seized of assorted caliber, heavy caliber, 40, 45 caliber, 223, 2.5 kilos of powder cocaine, 1 kilogram of fentanyl, half a kilo of heroin, and 2 keys of marijuana, and approximately $60,000 in proceeds. So that's in the table in front of you here. Once again, we're dealing with vehicles that utilize traps. The 2 specific vehicles in this case both had multiple traps, which product and firearms were concealed in. And that's, expected these days. We've spoken about that. I've spoken about that before to you. So subject to any of your questions, we can just go from there.
So when you say traps, you don't mean like booby traps or anything?
Oh, no, no booby traps. No, I'm talking about concealed traps, traps to conceal illicit contraband. So we've been seeing it in vehicles for a long time. Now we're seeing multiple traps, which is fairly new. When they first started, it was initially a single trap. Now you're doing double and triple traps in the same vehicle. We're seeing trapped furniture. This investigation also resulted in the seizure of a large amount of trapped furniture, which I've spoken about previously, which is the same concept, just to conceal the contraband.
So like they're making something in a couch or something in?
Yes. We don't have any photos here today of it, but in previous, it's actually custom-built furniture. It can be an end table. It can be a coffee table. Usually they're operated by magnets. A series of magnets operate the lids, and it's just essentially a false lid and a false bottom and a piece of just routine house furniture. But it's all custom-made, as are the vehicle traps. They're all custom-made. Some are hydraulic, some are magnets. It depends on the situation.
We've seen this stuff at the front. Is this two-pack corporation? We're all sort of having a laugh at this just because of what it is. I mean, is this, you've talked about drugs before where people put their stamp on it. Is this
Right.
a stamp from some group, or is this what they were using?
Well, I'm not going to speak to Tupac. In fairness, fair, but I'm not going to speak to him or his legacy. We'll just leave it as packaging for now. Let's leave that answer there.
What was the involvement of Ottawa Police in this investigation?
Once again, I'm not going to get into the overt evidence. I can just say it was done in 100% cooperation with them. And what I will say is Mr. Ortega had a address of residence in Ottawa, so he was the connect to Ottawa, was Mr. Nicholas Ortega.
This seizure, was it majority of it seized here in Toronto or in Ottawa or both?
Toronto, yes. I'll just speak to some of the price points for you. In relation to the powder cocaine, the street value, approximately $250,000, $250,000. The fentanyl at the gram level, $300,000. Now, having said that, we all know that no one takes fentanyl by the gram, because if you do, you will become quickly deceased. 500 grams of heroin at approximately $100,000, and marijuana around $40,000. So we're looking at just under around $700,000 in terms of illicit controlled substances here.
So whatever's happening here, did you disrupt what's going on, or is this kind of like a drop in the bucket as far as whatever group is involved with this? Like, are the main guys in custody, or were they lower level guys working for this group?
No, my position on this is, and I've spoken about this before, is we all know we have, international suppliers, and we have that aspect. So, but we're dealing with, and I'll call them organized crime groups. So they're of diverse backgrounds, of diverse ethnicities. The key thing that connects them all, the parallel between them all, is money, is making money. So it's the commodity of making money through selling drugs. I would say this is a significant crime group with the weights. If you're a kilo level trafficker, I've spoken about this before, you are entrusted with a certain amount of weight, with a certain amount of product. Of specific concern to me with this table is the amount of firearms in front of me that were all seized primarily from, a couple locations. So, and also that these are being transported in vehicles that have concealed traps. So it's easy access. So it's easy access to literally turn into a shooting, a homicide. And you have very quick access to your weaponry, and that is really the key. So that's the concerning issue to me looking at this table.
Did the guns come from the United States over here, or were they manufactured here?
That's still pending, so I won't be able to speak to that. There'll be full firearm tracing conducted on all these vehicles, so, and I would ask, we're early on, we're only days after the takedown on this, so that too will come out.
Were any of the individuals, I remember you did a presser a while ago where you arrested one of the gentlemen or people, suspects in another thing, and they had weapons. Was anybody arrested whilst in their car checking for traps, or?
No, all the individuals arrested, they're arrested at search warrants, at a search warrant location, so. Right. So, and we have two of the individuals are still outstanding in this case too. So we'll get that out to you, so there'll be warrants in the first put out for them.
So 3 people have been arrested or only one person?
One is arrested, 2 are outstanding.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so of those
Yeah.
3 names you gave us, only one is under
Yeah,
arrest?
Mr. Ortega is in custody. His next court date is February 20th, Wednesday, 101 Court, Old City Hall, and in Toronto,
In Toronto.
right? He's from Ottawa. Our other 2 individuals are still outstanding.
So that's Vincent Wang.
Vincent Wang,
Sue is the other.
and yes. Sorry, I have too many notes here. Yeah, the surname is SIU, Sue. Daniel, given one of Daniel,
Daniel, SIU.
SIU, correct.
Any of these people known to police have prior arrests, criminal background?
I'm not going to speak to that at this point.
The search warrants that you executed here in Toronto, were they at the residences of the 2 individuals you're looking for?
Yes. And also at storage lockers and on vehicles.
So those 2 individuals are assuming they're not going home anytime soon?
Well, I would suggest that they do. They should contact their lawyer, they should contact counsel, and they should surrender themselves. If not, at some point, based on a warrant in the first Canada-wide, I trust that we'll locate them and we'll bring them back.
The bag that's on the floor, what's the significance of the stuff inside that?
Sorry.
It looks like a carry bag or something.
That's just additional ammo. That's, they look like ammo cases. That's just the cardboard cases of ammo, additional ammo.
You started your remarks sort of saying that, you're representing a team of men and women who
Yes.
do this, high stakes kind of work. Can you flesh that out for us? What is your team, going into when you're, facilitating these types of busts? Like what kind of, danger are you in to achieve this?
Well, it's, everyone watches Netflix, everyone watches the TV shows. Okay, so this is reality. This here on the table in front of you is reality. So my people are faced with going into search warrants, loaded weapons. The majority of these weapons, at least some of them were fully loaded. The mags were loaded. So you're looking at significant officer safety concerns. It's search warrants are always high risk, uncontrolled situations behind, closed doors at the best of times. And as I mentioned before, you have vehicles that are transporting firearms and illicit narcotics. That means the individual driving that has immediate access to that upon a vehicle stop. The person hypothetically could be being stopped for a minor highway traffic act and situation, or a minor highway traffic offense. He doesn't know that. He thinks he's being stopped because he has a 9 mil and a key of fentanyl in his vehicle. So the process, if you put yourself in that person's position, is like, this is not a seatbelt infraction. This is a high-risk stop, and I'm risking now significant penitentiary time, so I'm going to do what I have to do. So I can only, I'm speaking to it in generalities. I'm not going to get into the investigative techniques or the investigative type of kind of operational techniques that my people use. But the reality is we're dealing with the weights of product. We're dealing with the number of firearms in a real-time basis that people watch at Netflix at home. And that's really the reality.
Does this seizure put a significant dent into this operation, or are these, I'm sure, I assume there are more people probably involved. Are they just going to continue on as business as usual?
No, I would say it put a significant dent. This is, as I said, they operate in organized crime groups. They operate in cells. The nature of high-level drug trafficking and high-level operations, you operate in a cell. So absolutely put a significant dent in that. To lose this much product and to lose this many firearms is very significant.
Does this represent a specific organization or gang?
I'm not going to speak to that. Thank you.
Can you speak to the charges of Mr. Ortega?
Okay. The three individuals are all going to be, a lot of them jointly charged. I don't want to go through all of them because I'll be up here for like 20 minutes, but I can say it's in excess of, in terms of firearm charges, in excess, all three individuals, in excess of 27 firearm charges. And it's of note, it's relevant that none of these individuals had licenses to possess firearms and or just period. There was no license to possess. So it's not like they were legal gun owners. And
27 each or a month?
that'd be 27 jointly. But don't quote me on that number. I realize I'm live here, so it is a quote, but we're very soon after the takedown, so it may be a few different, and there's been some additional charges laid. So in the range of 25 to 30 firearm charges, and also in relation to the controlled substances, 3 substantive four B for powder cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and cannabis.
Any other questions?
Anything else? Thank you very much, guys.
That concludes today's conference. Thank you for attending.